Hi, I'm Jonathan from J&J, and I just watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and this is my reaction. Man, this is probably, this is again a top 10 MCU film. I just love the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think the Guardians movies are probably my favorite movies in the MCU. I love the Guardians, and in this movie, they are better than ever. I kind of feel like a lot of the secondary movies, not a lot of them, but once they set the origin story, then you get more of them, and it's the same thing here. This takes place, I think, less than a month after the first Guardians movie, so it's crazy to see how these guys have already grown as family members in that little time. The action in this film is really good. I love the galaxy in this film. But the only thing is that you only go to like 3 planets in this film, which is fine. Speaking of planet, Ego is a really good villain. He's never better than Ronan. Again, he does have like a generic plan is to take over the galaxy, but he's funny, and Kurt Russell does him really good, and he's charming, and he's kind of a twist villain. Even though if you knew Ego before this movie, you know he's going to be bad, but he's a really good addition to this film. Every one of the Guardians better than ever. Peter is center stage in this film because it's his dad, and it's really good. Him and Gamora's relationship, the unspoken thing, that's also done really well. Humor is amazing, and the soundtrack is good too. Something I didn't mention in the last review, yes, the soundtrack for the Guardians movies slaps. And James Gunn, thank you so much for finding these songs. You are forever welcomed to touch my radio and put any song you want. Overall, I think this is a little bit below Guardians 1, because Guardians 1 is just almost nearly perfect besides the villain. I think the villain is better than this movie, but there are some little issues, like we're bailing in the galaxy a lot. Maybe some things with, at the end, like Peter Quill turns on his dad a little too fast. I kind of get those things, but I still really like this film a lot. And it's just an enjoyable watch. And this is kind of the movie I go to when I want to watch an MCU movie. It's Guardians 2. It's such an easy watch and a good watch as well. Also, if a movie makes me tear up, yeah, you're really good. Yondu's death made me tear up. Give it a 9 out of 10. I know I gave 9 out of 10 to Guardians. I think this is a little bit below Guardians, but it would go back to back. So yeah, 9 out of 10. And tomorrow is Age of Ultron.